Hello everyone, welcome to Delta's Creations. Thank you for once again being here with me on this journey to a new project. It is, as you can see, going to be an egg project. This is an ostrich egg that I have inside an egg marker. This marker is designed and made by Linda Martin. So I'm going to mark my egg because I want to cut it not quite in half, just slightly off half. So I'm going to try and get the half mark and then come up and mark it again. I'm going to try. I haven't marked an egg in a long time, so we'll see. Don't know if you can see that. See, there's a mark right there. Now I had started on the end there. 2 marks there. Now just turn that. Make a mark there. Now if I look at that, that is actually not in the middle, so that's perfect, because I think if it was in the middle it would have been further there. It is actually in the middle. Okay, so I need to come a bit more there. So in it goes again. Okay, so my egg is marked. Here you go. You go, that's better. Okay, so I need to cut it. Now this project that I'm doing is something I woke up and I had this idea in my head. It is for Easter. Let's see how it goes. Let's now put this away. Now this egg marker comes with all these extra fittings. So you can put in goose eggs, duck eggs. Yep, very nice little thing. And if you get Linda's magazine, in there is always a master class, as she calls it, on how to use this and how to mark your eggs. And in the box it goes. This is one of those situations where I can never get it to fit properly. This is just a box I bought so that I could keep it. There you go, that's better. This way it's always kept and it doesn't get damaged. And it's also easier to travel with. Alright, so now I'm going to prepare the cutting zone for the egg. Okay, so the egg is now cut. Now as you can see the membrane, there's still bits of membrane in there. So I'm going to put this into some hot water and some dishwashing liquid, some soap basically, and let it soak for a bit. Then I'll scrub all of this out and make it clean, and then we'll be ready for the next stage. So the ostrich egg is now washed. As you can see, 99% of that membrane has come out. There's still a little bit there, but nothing that I'm going to worry about. Same thing with that. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to use that as a base, and then this will go on a piece of wood. I'm going to paint this in a brownish color. I wonder if I should maybe just do a pour on it. Browns and golds and greens, what it would look like. That's just come to me. Anyway, so on the inside I also want to paint it. So I want to paint it sort of brownish to there, so it looks like the ground, just to about there. Grey sky all the way there, and then just a touch of blue at the top there, but not that much. Okay, so I've mixed some gold, some of this brown, half the writing has come off, and then some of this one also chocolate brown. But I don't want to fully mix it, as you can see there. I want to leave it like that and see how it will come out on the egg. And now I don't need to also go right at the bottom, but with some clay just at the bottom here, so I don't need to paint there. So I'm using some of the silver. If I need it to be darker, then I'll just go in and do it afterwards. But I also don't want it to be too dark. Yeah, and this might be far too light. I think what we're going to do is put in some of this graphite that I've got, obsidian. Okay, so I don't remember if I even said what this project was about, to be honest. So you must obviously be wondering these very strange colors. Don't even know if you can see what I'm doing. It's an Easter egg, and what I want to do is basically on the inside here I'm going to create a mountain and then put in 3 crucifixes or 3 crosses where Christ was crucified, and that's why there's brown, so that would be part of the ground where the mountain will be, and that's what I'm going to use with the clay. And then the gray is obviously gray sky, so this is why the gray, but I do want to put a touch of blue at the top so it doesn't look far too dull. I am going to paint some lilies at the back. That is the general idea behind this. Top there I want to do a little bit of blue, don't want it to be just totally gray. And then I will come in with some white and do a bit of cloud. That is basically how it's now. The outside I will do part of it also brown. Most of it is going to be a pearl white. Now put some lilies here. These bottles lie on their sides and that's why it's just coming out. It's going to need to be slightly darker than this. Can you actually see what I'm doing? Sorry, I have got some new lights that arrived yesterday. I just need to figure out how I'm going to put them up, and yeah, I'm going to leave it because at least it's got this layer. I just need it to dry and then do it over again. So the base is dried. Well, to be honest, I used a little bit of I used the heat gun just to help it along, and I've given it 2 coats. I've dried this also with the heat gun just so it goes a little bit faster. So I just want to dab a little bit of the blue at the top there. There you go, that's better. You can see a little bit of the blue there and then some of that cloud effect. Yeah, much better. Now what I am thinking is if I'm going to put this on a wooden base, because I can't just leave it like this, I should actually go cut out something so I can also prepare it. Because I think sticking this down first and then putting the egg together, because this now needs to go on, because when I create the mountain I want this to be there so that it gets stuck on it as I create it. So I think I need to do that. I need to cut out some wood for this. Okay, so I've done the stand, and it was only after I painted it that I realized I hadn't recorded any of it. So there's the top piece of wood. And then I did that as the legs. Now I'm still debating whether I'm going to do it on the side here, but it seems to be very sturdy the way it is, so I'm thinking I'm going to leave it. So as you can see, there's some greens and browns. Basically it's reflecting the floor more than anything. So now I want to put on the egg. I've got the 2-part epoxy glue here. I just need to mix it. That's the only thing I hadn't done, because I thought while I'm explaining to you and showing you the egg it might start going off. So my egg, I've done it this far. I put on the flour and then gold outline instead of with cord. I've taken the easy way out with some of this paint, and that's how it looks. It doesn't look too bad. It could look slightly better, but I think maybe I will need a little bit more practice with that paint. Now what I just want to do is I want to make, I know the real flowers it won't be black, but I wanted to do something to stand out. So I decided to do this in black. While I'm doing this, I'm trying to think, can you see me? Yes, you can actually see me. Now these lines the flowers had, I'm not going to do anything with those. What I want to actually do is then with the paint is make those spots a little bit darker. So hopefully it will work. Otherwise I'm going to have a hell of a time taking all this pencil. Well, it's not even pencil, is it? This is how the base looks. So obviously the egg has already been varnished, that's why it looks so shiny. Little stones, well, this is actually crushed glass, it's called. Yeah, and what I did is I took a bunch of it and I just painted it in brown and put it down here. The little river stones I had were a bit too big and they didn't do anything for me, so I put those, and I'm happy with those the way it is. So we are almost getting there, but so is Easter, so I really want to try and finish this as soon as possible, preferably before Easter would be nice. Now the other thing I was thinking this morning was, as I've said to you before, it was going to be this, with this egg on top there. Then I'm going to create a hill to put on the crosses, which I've already got. I cut them out. Thank God I cut them out because I burnt my laser this morning. Now what I was thinking this morning, okay, so the green is all dry. Now what I did is, because it had this grey background, I was afraid that the white might not cover the grey. So I've taken some white acrylic paint and I've just painted the flowers. So now I'm going to go in with the 3D that crystal lacquer, and I'm going to work on the white. Okay, so I've mixed mother of pearl. Again, I'm using my mica powders, and I've mixed some rose red. I just want it very, very light, so I've only done a little, literally a little bit. There's quite a bit there, but what I have found is when I was doing the green is it dried very fast. Now this, the 3D crystal lacquer doesn't generally dry fast, but maybe because it's got the powder in it does. I don't know, but it was drying out pretty fast while I was working on the leaves, so I don't want to mix too much and then drying, so I can always come back and mix some more. And even if it differs in color slightly, Mother Nature is not 100% white, and not all the leaves or all the bulbs are exactly the same. I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. And what I want to do is just on the inside edge of it, I want to give it a little bit of pink. Egg is now done, and I have also given it a coat of varnish around the rest of the shell. Now what I want to do is put it on here like so. I've already marked where it needs to go and where it was looking good. I have mixed my 2-part epoxy. That's a 5-minute epoxy, so I have mixed this, and we are going to put some on the base of the egg, just there. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing, just there, as you can see. And now to hold this steady while it hardens. What I want to do is hold it there with one hand. Let me try and, oops, there. I'm not sure you can see anything because of my hand. You see it now? I just want to put some on the inside there. Seeing as how I have it, I might as well use it. Now that won't be seen because obviously I'm going to build a little mountain in here. Now to just hold it steady. Basically what I've done now is I've taken air drying clay and I've created a sort of a little hill to put my crosses on, and as you can see I have 2 of them there already. You can see that perfectly. So now what I want to do, this has been there, well, it's been there for 2 days, so it's nice and dry. So what I want to do is I want to take some Mod Podge and I want to just put some all over onto the clay, because I want to put some sand on it to give it some texture, so that when I paint there is some texture on it. Now I am going to put it on quite thick because I do want the sand to hold on to it. Got to make sure I leave some space there for the last cross. Now the last one, that's what I've done with it. So, and that one will go right in the front there. Everyone, so I'm supposed to be recording this. This is the last bit of the egg to go. We had a debate of what to put down on the edge. I've gone from bling to pearls to, but I wanted as simple as possible, so got this gold cord that you can see me placing down now, and this will actually finish off the egg. Okay, so I'm still debating actually whether to put in those little flowers. I just need to paint them in white because I don't want pink in there. I think I'm going to put 1 or 2 in them. Just still thinking about that. Welcome back, everyone. So I asked a few people what they thought, whether it would be with flowers or without flowers, and the vote was 4-1 with flowers. So putting the flowers in. Now what I have also thought, this is very dark. I mean, it was never meant to be light, but I've actually figured that it is rather dark, so I'm considering putting in some lights, but I need to drill at the bottom of the egg, and right now I'm afraid of cracking the egg. So the debate is on within myself. I don't want to put too many, just a few, and even if they are just bundled up in the back type thing, think of that. And I've just been looking at the lights and how to do it without cracking the egg and making this whole project, well, I don't even want to say it. So it is all done. I have put in the flowers, as you can see. There you go, all pretty. I have also managed to put in some lights. I drilled a hole through the bottom, and you can't see it, but there is a hole that goes through the back there, which I've already covered up, and up into the back. And there you go. So now it's not as dark as it was previously. As always, please do stay to the very end so that you can see the little video I usually post on Facebook and Instagram, and then you can see all the sides all at once. I want to thank you so very much for being here with me and joining me on this project. If you are new, please do like, subscribe, and above all of you, let me know what you thought of this project. Tell me what maybe you would have done differently or added or taken away. And I also want to wish you all a blessed Easter. Thank you so much, and as always, wherever in the world you might be, please stay safe, stay well, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.